New at noon, January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, and we are delighted to have with us the U.S. Attorney of the Northern District of Mississippi, Clay Joyner, this afternoon. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for being here. You know, when I think of human trafficking, I think of the mob, because the fact that it is something that you don't know about, you hear about it all the time, but it's not tangible unless you're in it.
Well, and it's also got some similarities in light of the fact that it's often an organized activity, and it does involve gangs to a large degree as well.
Okay, now when it comes to human trafficking, we've been showing a gentleman by the name of Ray Morris Asensio from Hattiesburg. Why was his case so prevalent in regards to human trafficking?
So his case, the reason that I thought it was important to highlight his case is that it shows directly what the public can do when the public gets involved in a case like this. We only found, and we would not have known about his activities, but for there was a woman, I won't go too far in identifying her, but working in a nail salon in Oxford, Mississippi, who saw his interaction with his victim and another young lady he had with him, and it raised red flags for her, and she did what we beg people to do, which she immediately called the police, and they were able to intervene, and they were able to save a child who was being sex trafficked by Ray Morris Asensio.
Okay, and now he is actually serving 30 years in prison. Another thing too, you all just came out with your new PSA. We can be able to show that a little bit. What is the message that you want everyone in North Mississippi to get?
The message we want them to get is this, that human trafficking, it's not, a problem that exists somewhere else and not here. It exists here. The Ray Morris Asensio case shows that. We have 2 open labor trafficking cases right now. We have other sex trafficking cases open that, ongoing investigations we can't discuss. But the main takeaway is, if you see anything that raises red flags for you in the interaction between, it's typically going to be a man, not always, but typically, and oftentimes a younger female that's with him, if you see something, say something. That's how we find out about cases. We beg the public to do exactly that. Call the police, call your local police, call the FBI, call our office, call someone if you see it.
And when it comes to human trafficking, how are the numbers going up for you all when it comes to prosecuting the cases?
Yes, to a degree. It's not that prevalent a crime here, but again, it's a crime that's going to go unreported unless somebody either sees something in person or we're able to pick up something from a social media platform where they're advertising the services of a traffic girl or something along those lines.
Okay. All right, then. Thank you so much to U.S. Attorney Clay
Joyner
for joining us this afternoon. Well, still to come on WTV 89 News at noon. So how are the